Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while since I streamed at all. In fact, I don't even know if anyone watches this anymore. I've had a lot of things going on, not just family passing and moving and hurricane prep. But I need some answers if anyone at all sees this video. Has it pop up at all for them or anything like that? Who happens to live around well, who happens to be in a safe area in North Carolina or South Carolina or even Tennessee. I have family in North Carolina and South Carolina. Some are in Tennessee as well. I've seen a lot of TikTok videos of people uploading the damage done by Hurricane Helene. And I know there's still a lot of people without power. I don't even know how to Chimney Rock is gone. A lot of the River Arts district has been flooded. I used to live out in the River Arts district before I had my daughter. I may not be very close with my family, well, aside from my mother, but it's definitely not something you want to hear about. I don't know if they're okay, what happened, exactly where they live. I have absolutely no idea. I have family in Raleigh. I have family out somewhere in Tennessee, and I'm not entirely sure where in Tennessee. I have family in Asheville, North Carolina, not just Raleigh, and out in Arden as well. I have family down in South Carolina in Aiken, Darlington, and a friend who is living in South Carolina as well. I have heard from that friend. She did say she was fine, but I'm not entirely sure where in South Carolina she lives. So she may have been in a safer area. I was watching Hurricane Helene live through Ryan Hall. I saw the hurricane hunters flying through the hurricane, and Ryan Hall was reporting with his team. They had the storm chasers out to watch the storm surge, and I'm not entirely sure of when we had actual landfall. I believe it was like 7 or 8. Uh, and that was Thursday, the 26th. My dad lives in South Carolina with his mother, but he's not living with his mother, but he's in the hospital with his mother. The last I heard, he said he would be fine, but there were a lot of areas that we did not expect things to be that bad. The I-40 between North Carolina and Tennessee collapsed, flooded over. Chimney Rock, that little shopping area in Chimney Rock, is gone. It had been flooded, it's destroyed. Some of the buildings were completely demolished, while others were just flooded. There's a part of me that really wants to go up there and see what happened. And at the same time, a part of me that really doesn't want that to happen, that doesn't want to go just because Asheville, North Carolina was my childhood altogether. Um, there's a part of me that wants to just start crying, breaking down, falling apart. And at the same time, it's like there's like a part of me that's just like, why do you care? These people never cared about you in the first place, so why care about them? The last I heard, my daughter lives out in, where was she? Flat Rock? I know it's like 30 minutes to an hour away from Brevard. They didn't live that far from me when I lived out there. Um, I have no idea how they're doing either, but I've not been allowed to see my daughter or even talk to her or visit her at all since I gave her up for adoption. While her dad, on the other hand, has had plenty of opportunity to see her and whatnot, but he's useless, so I have no idea how anything is going. That I know of, power's still out. I'm not sure about the whole flood situation. I don't know if it has started to deteriorate or if it's still flooded. I do know They were told not to leave their homes for any reason. People are not to travel through Western North Carolina. I have messaged several people that I know in North Carolina and South Carolina to just let me know how things are going. When and if they can. But I do know that a lot of people have not been able to either don't have phones charged because of the power outage or just don't have phone service at all because of the damage done to the towers. I am hoping that my aunt is fine and her kids are fine. They lived up on a hill, so I'm hoping they're fine. But I mean, they had solar panels, but those can only do so much. So I have no idea how things are going. I don't know if her and her kids are fine. She hasn't posted anything for quite a while, which is understandable. We visited Chimney Rock when I was a kid for a school field trip. I have no idea if the Blue Ridge Parkway is still fine, considering all the landslides that they have up there. I have no idea what that area looks like. A lot of people were not focused on that. If you go onto TikTok, you can see a ton of videos of the damage done by Hurricane Helene. We were right next to it where I live. But we live in what most people don't believe in. The bubble is what we like to call it because it's a specific area in Gulf Breeze, just under uh, just under Pensacola and not far from Mobile. The Gulf Breeze area itself is, I'm not entirely sure how to put it. The bubble makes it so that we don't get a lot of crazy weather. Um, we rarely get thunderstorms. Like they're usually not strong enough to pop the bubble so that we can get a brief thunderstorm. A lot of the times it won't rain where we're exactly where we're at. We'll have rain out in Navarre. We'll have rain out in Milton. We'll have rain in Pensacola. Just anywhere outside of the bubble. Usually we'll get the storms that we thought we were going to get. But no one ever wants to live in the bubble and explain the phenomenon that happens. And there's a bubble that exists somewhere in every state where the weather just tends to always be wrong. We were we live not far from Pensacola, My mother, in fact, works out in Pensacola, and it was the 26th, Thursday, after she got off of work. We went to the beach to go and take pictures. I was really hoping to see like this gigantic ass shelf cloud. Didn't get it. It was windy, crazy windy, that the sand was pelting the back of my legs. I had sand everywhere. Got home. We had to take showers, get all the sand out of our hair. And then I continued to watch Ryan Hall as he was live throughout the whole thing and giving reports on the damage done. And he also kept an eye on any of the tornadoes that were developing in a lot of places. So if anyone has heard from anyone in North Carolina, like family member or friends in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, anywhere out in Arden, Asheville, Raleigh, and in South Carolina, Aiken and Darlington, I would appreciate it if you would let me know. I'm going to go ahead and end today's stream here. I want to get back into doing videos at some point. But there's just been a lot going on. Where I live specifically, we don't get hit by tornadoes. We rarely get hit by hurricanes. We usually get sideswiped. So this time around, we only got like a slight sprinkle for like 2 seconds, and then just a whole bunch of wind where we were, and that was it. We didn't get much else. But if anyone could let me know about those specific areas. That would be much appreciated. And I hope that you guys and your families, y'all and your families are just fine. I can't hope for better because I'm not entirely sure. There's a lot of that area that has been devastated. I may get back into doing videos at some point. I may wait until after I hear back from them and know that everything's fine. The state fair is also coming up. I don't even know if we'll be able to go and do that. We may end up taking a trip up to North Carolina instead, if we can. measure of the damage that was done. Hopefully, after we figure all that out, I will be able to start making videos again. There are a lot of things that I'd like to talk about. Get into that later. Hopefully. I may just end up getting rid of my channel altogether. I know there's not a lot of people who watch it anyway. I basically just get on here and talk about things that tick me off with manhwas, mangas, and anime, other things. Sometimes I'll pose questions that drive people absolutely insane. Who knows? We may end up moving at some point as well out of Florida. Anyway, I hope you guys stay safe. Be careful. I hope y'all and your loved ones are safe. And hopefully, I'll see you guys soon.